Hello students, let's solve KSET 2020 mathematics paper which was conducted on 30th July 2020. So first question, the sine of the angle between the straight line x minus 2 upon 3 is equal to 3 minus 5 upon minus 4 equals to z minus 4 upon 5 and the plane 2x minus 2y plus z is equal to 5 is how much? Means he was asking if theta is the angle between the line and a plane. Suppose this is your plane and this is your line. If theta is angle between the line and plane, then what is sine theta? Sine of the angle is how much? This was the question. And we know since given line, let us write first line, direction ratios and passing through the point. The line is given x minus 2 upon 3 is equal to 3 minus y upon minus 4. We can also write it as y minus 3 upon 4 is equal to z minus 4 upon 5. Here we can say the direction ratios of line is 3, 4, 5 and passing through the point 2, 3, 4. So generally we consider this is a vector A and this is your vector B. And plane. So what is the plane given? Plane is given here 2x minus 2y plus z is equal to 5, whose direction ratios are here. We'll consider like a n vector is nothing but 2i minus 2j plus 1 plus k. Okay, this is your directions of a normal 2, minus 2, 1. We can also write in vector 2i minus 2j plus k. And since we know the formula angle between the line and vector, the sine theta is equal to b dot n, vector b dot n upon mod b mod n. So here what is b vector here? 3i plus 4j plus 5k dot 2i minus 2j plus k upon mod b. Mod b is under root of 3 square plus 4 square plus 5 square. Mod n is again under root of 2 square plus minus 2 whole square, that is again 2 square plus 1 square. So apply the mod to get an acute angle and let us consider here 3i plus 4j plus 5k dot product 3 2s are 6 minus 8 and again plus 5 divided by root of 3 square 9, 9 plus 16, 25, 25 plus 25, 50. So this is root 50 and again here this is a 2 square 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 1, 9, that is root 9. So we can write here sine theta is equal to 6 plus 5, 11 minus 8, that is 3 upon root 50. We can write it as a 5 root 2 and root 9 we can write it as 3. So this is 1 upon 5 root 2. Upon rationalization, root 2 by root 2, so we'll get root 2 upon 10. So sine of the angle, according to the options, we can go with third option, right? We'll see the next question. If a line makes an angle of pi by 3 with each of x-axis and y-axis, then the acute angle made by z-axis. So he is asking about the line which makes an angle each of pi by 3 with each of x-axis and y-axis. It means the direction cosines are given here. So let alpha be the angle made with x-axis and beta be the let me write, let alpha, beta and gamma be the angles made by a line with x-axis, y-axis and z-axis respectively. With x-axis, y-axis and z-axis respectively, let us consider. So what is given? Alpha is equal to beta is equal to pi by 3 and we need to find the gamma value. So we have relation between the direction cosines cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. So using this relation, we can start writing here cos pi by 3. Pi by 3 is 60 degrees. So cos 60 degrees, that is 1 by 2 whole square plus 1 by 2 whole square plus cos square gamma is equal to 1, which on simplifying 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 will become 1 by 2. 1 by 2 plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. So that cos square gamma is equal to 1 minus half is half. So we will be getting cos gamma is equal to plus or minus 1 by root 2. Since in the question it is asked, he was asking about the acute angle, so we consider the positive. Cos gamma is equal to plus 1 by root 2. Okay, since acute angle. When you will be getting 1 by root 2, so cos gamma is equal to cos, we will be getting cos pi by 4, which implies that gamma is equal to pi by 4. So we can go with option D. We'll see the next question. The distance of the point 1, 2, minus 4 from the line x minus 3 upon 2 is equal to y minus 3 upon 3 is equal to z plus y upon 6 is. So there is a point, let me take the point P, 1, 2, minus 4, and there is a line x minus 3 upon 2, y minus 3 upon 3, z plus y upon 6. So we need to find the distance, means perpendicular distance from a point to the line. So given line x minus 3 upon 2 is equal to y minus 3 upon 3 is equal to z plus y upon 6. So to consider any point on the line, let's consider to be is equal to some k. We say some k. So we can say general point, any point. So any point on line can be 2k plus 3, x is equal to 2k plus 3 and y is equal to 3k plus 3 by doing cross multiplication, and z is equal to 6k minus 5. Right, 2k plus 3, 3k plus 3 and 6k minus 5 is a point. Let me take this point is q. So let me mark this point q, 2k plus 3, 3k plus 3 and 6k minus 5. Put a perpendicular this point. So q. Now what is the direction ratios of PQ? Direction ratios of line PQ will be 2k plus 3 minus 1. Since the direction ratios of 2 points is nothing but the difference of the coordinates. So we can take 2k plus 3 minus 1, 3k plus 3 minus 2, 6k minus 5 plus 4. So that is 2k plus 2, 3k plus 1, 6k minus 1 are the direction ratios of PQ. Okay, these are the direction ratios of PQ we can mention. And now, since the line PQ is perpendicular to the given line, since PQ, your line PQ is perpendicular to the given line. So what are the direction ratios of given line? So let me write here, direction ratios of given line are 2, 3, 6. The denominator part 2, 3 and 6. 2, 3, 6 are the direction ratios of a given line. Since PQ is perpendicular to the given line, therefore the dot product will be equal to 0. So direction ratios of PQ dot product with again 2, 3, 6 will be 0. So we can write 2 times of 2k plus 2 plus 3 times of 3k plus 1 plus 6 times of 6k minus 1 equals to 0. So on simplifying, you will get 2 times 4k plus 4 plus 9k plus 3 plus 6 6 36k minus 6 equals to 0. 9 plus 4 13, 13 plus 49k, 4 plus 3 7, 7 plus 1 equals to 0. So we can write here k is equal to minus 1 by 49. So we got the k value. So by using this k value we can find the point q. Put k is equal to minus 1 by 49 in point q. So you will be getting a point 2 into coordinates of point q. Will get 2 times of minus, so minus 2 by 49 plus 3 comma 3 times of minus 3 by 49 plus 3 comma 6 times of minus 6 by 49 minus 5. So this can be equal to minus 2 plus 49 3s are 53 is 150 minus 3 147 divided by 49, and minus 3 plus 49 3s are 53 is 150, so again minus, so 47 will get minus 3 plus 147 upon 49 minus 6 minus 49 5s are, better we take 55 is 250, 250 minus 5 245. So minus 6 minus 245 divided by 49. So this is 145 upon 49 and this is 144 upon 49 and this is minus 251 upon 49. So we got the coordinates of point Q, and since the point P is known to you and Q is known to you, we can find the distance between the 2 points. So distance between P and Q, P is the point 1 comma 2 comma minus 4 and Q is the point, and Q is the point here. So let me write the distance. PQ is equal to x2 minus x1 under root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. So using that formula, distance formula, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. So let's use this formula. So we will be getting 145 upon 49 minus 1 whole square plus 144 by 49 minus 2 whole square plus here you can get minus 251 by 49 plus 4 whole square. So here I'll say a little bit calculation part. So 145 minus 49, so we can get 96 upon 49 whole square, and 144 minus 98, so we'll be getting 46 upon 49 whole square, and here minus 251 plus 49 4s are, we can just do calculation and we'll be getting 55. So minus 55 by 49 whole square. So you will be getting 96 square plus 46 square plus 55 square, we can write minus 55 whole square or 55 whole square same. So divided by 49 whole square. So which will be equal to 96 square plus 46 square plus 55 square. If I do addition, squaring and addition, for time being I am writing the calculation sum. We are getting 14357 under root, and divided by 49 square under root will be 49, and this still further simplifying you can write. So this is 293 into 49 under root of divided by 49. So under root of 49 is 7 we can write 7 times of root 293 divided by 49, so 7 times, and hence the answer is the distance under root of 293 divided by 7 units. So we can go with option. So we can go with option, the first option. Okay, right. Now we'll see the next question. Question number 4. The feasible region of an LPP, linear programming problem, is shown in the figure. If z is equal to 11x plus 7y, then the maximum value of z occurs at. So the diagram is given to you. So here two lines are there, they intersect at the y-axis at points. So if I can mark those points, so if I take this point is A and this point is B. So to get the point A, this is the line equation. Here this for this, you put x is equal to 0. Put x is equal to 0, you will be getting 0 plus 3y is equal to 9, y is equal to 3. So you are getting 0, 3 point. So the point A is 0, 3. And to get the point B, here in this line, you put x is equal to 0, 0 plus y is equal to 5, you will be getting 0, 5. Okay, so what is the profit function given here? This profit function is given for given LPP. Profit function z is equal to 11x plus 7y. Okay, but here how many corner points are there? We can observe 3 corner points. Let us find this point also by solving these two equations. X plus y is equal to 5 and x plus 3y is equal to 9. By solving, you will be getting y is equal to 2. Substitute y is equal to 2, x is equal to 3. So here is the point 3, 2. Let me mark it as C. Okay, we have 3 corner points. We have 3 corner points A, B, C. So what are they? A 0, 3, B 0, 5, and C 3, 2. Now let's substitute these 3 points in the profit function to find where you are getting maximum and minimum. So ZA means profit function at point A is equal to 11 into 0 plus 7 into 3. You are getting 21. And ZB, profit function at point B. So 11 into 0, 7 into 5, 7 5s are 35. And let's see ZC, 11 into 3 plus 7 into 2. So you're getting 33 plus 14. You're getting 47. Alright. So these are the 3 values you got it. And we can observe that among these 3, where you are getting maximum? At point C. At point C you are getting maximum. What is the point C here? 3, 2. So that the maximum value of Z occurs at 3, 2. Okay. We'll see the next question. Corner points of the feasible region determined by the system of linear constraints are 0, 3, 1, 1, and 3, 0. Let Z is equal to Px plus Qi, where P, Q greater than 0. Condition on P and Q so that the minimum value of Z occurs at 3, 0 and 1, 1. Okay, in this question, for the feasible region determined by the system, corner points are given. What are the corner points? So let the corner points A 0, 3, B 1, 1, and say C 3, 0. So and what is the profit function given here in the problem? Profit function Z is equal to Px plus Qi, where P and Q are positive. Now let's consider profit function at point A. So that we will be getting P into 0 plus 3 into Q. This is 3Q. And what is the profit function at B? P into 1 plus Q into 1. So this is P plus Q. And profit function for C at C, P into 3 plus Q into 0. So we will be getting 3P. And what else given in the question? So he was asking about the condition on P and Q so that the minimum of Z occurs at 3, 0 and 1, 1. So where is 3, 0? 3, 0 is here, and 1, 1 is at the point B. These two occurs minimum. minimum means both are equal. Both are equal means we can take condition like P plus Q is equal to 3P, or we can write Q is equal to 3P minus P, that is 2P, or we can write P is equal to Q by 2. So which option is coming here? Option A. Okay.